Hello, YouTube. Today we're going to be ranking Walking Dead characters again, but today we're going to be ranking them based on how funny they are, okay? So, I think humor in The Walking Dead is something that I like. I think, especially in the earlier seasons, some of the humor is really good. You get it throughout though, and I like it when they have little funny moments. Okay, I knew there was like talks. I don't know. I assume it got cancelled, but there were talks of making like a sitcom Walking Dead show. I don't know if that was just a rumor. I know the wiki like actually listed it for a bit as like an upcoming TV show. I don't know if that actually is happening. But today we're going to be ranking the main show characters based on how funny they are. So here are the tiers. We've got Barrel of Laughs. All right, so these are the absolute jokers. We've got Pretty Funny, A Few Laughs, Cracks a Smile, Meh, a bit of a downer, and Depression. Okay, so let's start off with Aaron. Now, Aaron, I think, is a pretty meh in terms of how funny he is. Actually, no, because earlier Aaron actually cracks a smile. I think later Aaron is a bit more serious, is a bit more stoic. But I think earlier Aaron, this thing with the applesauce, like some of the jokes he made earlier on. I don't know. I think there was a few. Some of the stuff with him and Daryl looking for buttons. He was very likable. He cracked a smile. Abraham is a straight up barrel of laughs. Okay, Abraham's like one of the funniest fucking characters on the show. Some of his catchphrases are hilarious. I think the funniest scene for me is after they blow up the motorcycle saviors, and before that the guy was like, if you have to eat shit, best not to like nibble, right? Bite, chew, swallow, repeat, and all that. And after he gets blown up, Abraham goes, nibble on that. It's so fucking funny. And then over some of the other, like, I let you shave me down all over, dolphin smooth, and all that. There's so many quotable Abraham quotes. What the bitch? Bitch nuts. There's too many to count, okay? Alden. Abraham is hilarious. Now we have Aiden. Aiden is not funny at all. I don't know if he's depression, but he's a bit of a downer. Alden, I think, is probably a meh. I can't think of any, because all the stuff in season 8, he's fairly serious because he's like a captured savior. Stuff in season 9, there's a few like jokes he makes with Enid, obviously at the fair, but nothing that really I can remember that was that funny. But then he's not like a depressing character. Alan is depression. Alpha is also depression. I can't think of anything funny Alpha does. She's a very evil, sadistic woman. Maybe actually the time that she has sex with Negan was kind of funny, so maybe I'll put her at a bit of a downer. Amy is a depressing character. Everything because it's like early on in the apocalypse. Maybe there's a few things when they're talking about I think she's there, right? When they're talking about what the things they miss, and they're talking about missing their vibrators. So maybe there's a bit of a funny thing there. Maybe I'll put her in the meh. Andrea, again, there's the vibrator thing. That was kind of funny. And then everything after that, Andrea's not very funny. She's very depressing in all of season 2. And season 3, she's not particularly very funny either. I'm going to put her in the meh, though, because I don't think she's a bit of a downer. I'm sorry. I like Andrea for more than most fans. I don't love Andrea, don't get me wrong, but I like her more than most fans. But I have to admit, she's not a very happy-go-lucky person. Andrew is not quite depression. I don't know. He's a bit of a downer. A rat is a meh, because there's that one scene with Rosita where she's like, don't you trust me? And Rosita's like, no, you had a knife to my face, so no. But apart from that, and that was more Rosita than it was a rat. But I'll put her there anyway. Axel was pretty funny, okay? He had a few, like, I thought you were a lesbian, unintentionally funny, or like my brother had a real money problem, he didn't lend me any. There's a few, like, things there. Maybe a few laughs, actually. He goes there. Benjamin, not that funny of a character, really, but he's okay. He's very, like, I think he cracks a smile just because he is so, like, happy and he's so optimistic, but he's also not, like, stupidly optimistic. Like, he's serious when he needs to be. Yeah, I think just for his, like, general demeanor, he cracks a smile. Now, Beta is... I'm sorry. He's depression. He's not really depression. He's more just, like... what's the term? He's more just very serious. He's not a depressing character, but like at the same time, there's nothing funny about him. He's terrifying, so he's gonna go there. Beth, I think, has a few small things here and there, like especially some of the episodes with Daryl. You know, she's very sweet, she's very lovable, and I think she doesn't do anything that's like funny, but like again, kind of similar to Benjamin. Just her demeanor. Maybe I'll put her there. Actually, I think gives me a smile. Now, Bob Stuckey, this guy, ultimate optimist. He has some good jokes. There's just some like really quirky things he said, like to Sasha, you know, like where he is the ultimate optimist to her ultimate pessimist, and he's talking about even in light and current events. And also, you got to think of the tainted meat. You're eating tainted meat. You know, that's a funny scene. Yeah, Bob's just like such a joyous dude. Apart from that time he tried to take alcohol and not medication. That was not cool. Carl, I think a few laughs, but more I'm laughing at him, not with him. So, like, for example, the fight scene with him and Ron, very funny. Very, very silly. There's a few things, him in that one episode, obviously after the prison, where he's surviving on his own while his dad's recovering. There's a few funny things there, like, you know, the pudding scene and all that. So there's a few things for Carl, for sure. Carol? Okay, Carol is fucking hilarious sometimes. She is pretty funny. She's not Abraham level, she's not barrel of laughs, but there is definitely some really funny Carol moments. I like the stuff where she's playing Wolf in Sheep's Clothing in Alexandria. That's really fun. You know, when she's chatting shit to the Alexandrian women. I think her name's Shelley Neudemeyer. That's it. The one who wants the pasta maker. Talking shit about her. And is like, oh, you have to stop smoking, though, because I just think it's a disgusting habit. And there's so many things trying to kill us anyway. Like, that was fucking funny. Yeah, and there's a few moments with her and Daryl where they're kind of flirting and stuff. That, you know, some of that stuff's hilarious, too. Connie, I don't think she's a few laughs. I think she's a cracker smile. Again, she's just like Beth, just like Benjamin, just like Aaron, or early Aaron at least. She's just like a really happy-go-lucky person. So, you know, she's always makes me smile when on screen. So I gotta love her for that. Gotta give her some appreciation. She's going there. Cindy, is a pretty meh. I mean, there's not really that many funny scenes with her. She's barely in the show, really, if you think about it. She's in like 10 episodes at max. Yeah, nothing very funny with her. Dale, he has some cool lines with Shane, and there's some cool back and forth for Shane, but I think he's also pretty meh. He's a good character. He's very stoic. He's very wise, but he's not exactly like a barrel of laughs. He's pretty unfunny. Dante, he tries to be funny, but I find him a bit of a downer overall. I think all of his jokes are cringe. I think the actor was either miscast or very poorly directed. Because those humor scenes, like where he's like to Sadiq, kiss me already, shit, and all that. Like, oh, I'll be happy to check on Rosita for you if you can't run drift. He's just really creepy. I don't find him very funny. I think he's not quite depression, but I don't like. Okay, Daryl. Now, if we're talking early Daryl, he's a barrel of laughs. Okay, you know, olive oil. Listen to me, olive oil. I was looking out for that little guy every single day. Or that when he finds the zombie in Guts, or what episode it was? Was it Guts? No. The next episode, Tell It to the Frogs, where he's like, one ugly skank. He shoots like shit like that. Or he says to Dale, like, you take that stupid hat and go back to All Golden Pond. You know, Daryl has some fucking funny, or Lassie finally went home when he finds the dead dog. Oh god, there are some funny laughs, but Daryl gets a bit more depressing later on, so I think I'm just gonna have to stick him in there. Pretty funny. Rapey Dave is a depression. Dawn Lerner is not very funny. She's pretty depression. Deanna actually has a few laughs. Deanna has some like pretty funny witty remarks, like where she says to Rick, like, you know, you're all your people, Rick, and she's like, I didn't know you were a good man, a good father. You know, I knew you were a good man and a good father, and you can grow one hell of a beard. You know, that kind of like, you know, there's a few like really funny like Deanna lines. She's good, okay? And even like that little interview scene where she has with Rick. Now it's like old woman humor, but I still think it's pretty funny. Denise, I think she cracks a smile just because, again, similar to Aaron and Benjamin and Beth and Connie, that sort of optimistic, like very sort of happy-go-lucky. You know, she has moments where she's serious and moments where she struggles, but I think she does like crack a few smiles. So yeah, Diane. There's the only thing I can think of is like when she says like, "Oh, my sister had that dress." So that was a nice dress. That was like a little, but it wasn't really a smile. I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, Diane is a bit meh. Like, she is, again, a very serious character. So, not many moments where she's making me laugh out loud. DJ, he's probably a bit of a downer. Again, very serious character. There's not really many funny scenes I can think of for DJ. Dog. Okay, Dog cracks a smile because he's a dog. All right. I don't know if I have any laughs with Dog. Actually, when he brings back the broken arrow, he breaks Daryl's arrow and brings it back, that made me laugh. So I'd say a few laughs because he's a dog. How can you not love dogs? Dwayne, a bit of a downer. I mean, this again, he just doesn't do anything that is that funny. Dwight is a bit of a... If we're talking fear, maybe he actually gets elevated because he does have a few funny moments. Again, more that I'm laughing at him, like the fucking WWE crackdown. Yeah, no, he cracks a smile, that's for sure. Just because it's so fucking ridiculous. That Fear the Walking Dead show, what a meme. Earl is, he's a depressing character, okay? We first meet him after his son's died. He tries to kill Maggie. Then he has, like, the baby with him. And I mean, maybe there's a few things there, a few, like, nice moments. And then he loses Tammy. And then he becomes, like, hardcore, I hate the Whisperers. And then he dies. So, honestly, he wasn't that fun. Eastman is a great character. And there's a few funny moments, actually, I think. But I think he has to go into the meh. Because, again, not a very funny character. Just more of a serious, stoic, wise, and ninja man. Ed Peltier is depression, because it's depressing that a human can do that. Eduardo, I can't think of anything that, off the top of my head, that Eduardo does funny, but then I can't think of anything that makes him depressing, so I'm just going to put him in the meh. Edwin Jenner, he has a few funny moments, a few little mini funny lines, but I don't think anything that cracks a smile, really. I'm going to put him in the meh. Because mostly he was pretty depressing. Enid, funny. So a few. She cracks a smile. Okay, she cracks a smile. Like you got the eating the turtle. I mean, no, that's not funny. You got a few scenes here and there. I think a lot of the later stuff, especially like stuff with her and Carl too. Like the roller skating. Like again, none of these are like hilarious moments, but like sweet moments that cracks a smile. And again, some of the stuff at Alden later on where she's kind of like deciding that they're girlfriend and boyfriend now. Stuff like that was nice. Eric Rawley. All right, Eric is a few. There's a few like early on where he cracks a smile. Some jokes with Aaron and stuff. I think he has to go there. Now Eugene is he's pretty funny. Okay, the way he speaks, his mantra, some of the jokes he makes. Some of it is a little over the top sometimes. Some of it is like such gobbledygook. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. But I do like the fact that they keep that consistent, like sort of the way that Eugene speaks. I used to kind of hate it, but I think upon a rewatch, I really appreciate it actually. It brings a sort of unique voice to Eugene's character. And some of the shit he says is fucking hilarious as well. Eugene is really funny. Ezekiel, oh man, how can you not love Ezekiel? He is pretty damn funny, okay? Sometimes he's over the top though, and it's a bit cringe, I have to admit. Especially earlier Ezekiel, little bit cringe, a little bit, okay? I don't think some of it's that great. It's too comic booky in my opinion. I think they probably should have stripped it back a little bit. It works in the comic book, I think, but not so much in the show. I'm going to stick him there, though, because I think he is still pretty funny. Gabriel is definitely a few laughs. Gabriel has some pretty funny moments here and there. Like calling Spencer, a tremendous shit. It does make you a tremendous shit. And then even like one more, the episode of him and Aaron, there were some funny moments there, too. Not so much him making jokes. Actually, no, there's a few, like, stuff later on as well with Gabriel that's pretty funny. I don't know if it's, like, this level, though. I think it's just a few laughs. Gage is a bit of a downer. He loses his friends and becomes a big old bully. And then he becomes a big old bully. Yeah, he becomes a big old bully after losing his friends. And then Yeah, after that, he's not very fun. Gamma is pretty depressing. Her entire story is really depressing. There's not really many funny moments with Gamma. Uh, Gareth, nope. Gary, this guy was a fucking maniac, so nope. Gavin, nope. Because he was an evil savior who was doing, just doing orders, but he kind of also really hated his job. So there was yeah, he was depressing all around. Glenn, I think definitely a few laughs, yeah. I don't know if I'd quite put him in pretty funny, but Glenn, happy-go-lucky, really cracks a smile every time you see him. Really optimistic, lovable guy. Rarely gets violent and angry. Barely ever killed anyone. Just a few, just like 10 people. I mean, it's not that bad. And he, of course, is always like, yeah, you get a few funny things, especially like season 2 with Dale, where he's like trying to keep secrets, and then he's asking about like women's periods. Like, do women like get crazy when they're on their periods? Like, some of that shit was pretty funny. Yeah, I think Glenn was all around like a very funny character. I don't know if do I put him in pretty funny? I don't think he's quite this level, but I do really love Glenn. He always makes me smile. Gregory, fuck me. Gregory is a barrel. Nah, he's pretty funny. The stuff with Gregory and Simon was... we need to put Simon on the same tier, so I'm just going to grab Simon now, because we may as well. Because these two characters together were a fucking sitcom duo, and they were hilarious. They're like, yeah, I am the juice, shit like that. And Simon being like, can I get a kneel from you, Gregory? Shit like that. Fucking hilarious. These two were like a comedic duo. I love them, okay? Do you know what? Unironically, this is like the only two redeemable things about these two characters, and one thing I'll stand by is they were fucking hilarious. They are barrel laughs. I don't care. Not as funny as Abraham. Abraham is still funnier than them, but yeah. Guillermo, he had that funny joke about the dogs being from Satan's from hell, but they just turned out to be three little chihuahuas. So I'm gonna say cracks a smile. We've got Harlan Carson. There's some like good moments with him and Gabriel in that episode where they're escaping the sanctuary. He has a few like funny jokes here and there. So I think honestly, a few. Actually, yeah, Gabriel has a few there as well. Maybe I will put Gabriel pretty funny, but he's like, he's at the end tier of it. I think Harlan Carson goes here. Heath, a bit of a down. No, I think he's just a meh. Again, he's not a downer character, but he's not exactly like a really fun, happy, because all the stuff is very serious. He starts off with all the Alexandrians getting picked off one by the walkers, and he's pretty mad about that. And then you have the stuff with him going to the satellite outpost and that stuff, which is again pretty serious because he's murdering people. And then you have the stuff with him and Tara. Not very many jokes there. Henry, I think at the most cracks a smile. I think there's a few funny moments with Henry. A few of the jokes, him and Lydia, their sort of bonding moment, where he eats the worm and all that. There's a few things there that sort of make me smile. Herschel had some fucking... Okay, Herschel was pretty funny. Okay, all around, I think Herschel was pretty funny. I don't know. Does he on this level? Maybe this level I'm being... Yeah, no, I'm going to stick him there. So you have where, Daryl's like, hey, he's a tough son of a bitch. You're a tough son of a bitch. And Herschel's like, I am. That's funny. Or when he says to Carl, like, where Herschel's like, Carl says, like, you ready to race, Herschel? And Herschel's like, give me another day. I'll take you on. There's a few, like, pretty funny moments with Herschel. And he's just like, maybe you should get... Oh, he says to Rick, you should get some overalls, maybe a bit of wheat in your mouth, and maybe a bigger ass, and you'll be like a good farmer. Yeah, Herschel has some good jokes. Jackie, there's that when they say I miss my vibrator. Jackie goes, woo! That was a fucking funny moment. Okay, but I don't know if it's quite here. I'm just gonna put her in there. Cracks a smile. Jadis, okay. I am not like a huge Jadis fan, but fuck me, Jadis is pretty funny, okay? And some of the jokes are like at her for sure, but like, you have The Ones Who Live. You're a hero with a shit haircut. That was a good one. And I know they're at Jadis' expense, but without this character, we couldn't have such good jokes, okay? And Jadis is like, some of like the things he says are just like kind of funny. I think there's like that moment in the second episode of The Ones Who Live where she's like, I know you've heard a lot of language from me, Rick. Yes. That was weird, but kind of funny. Yeah, no, Jadis has some amusing moments, okay? A weird character. Maybe I will put her a few laughs. Maybe I'll knock her down. But she is pretty funny. Jared is depression because he's an awful human. Jerry is a bit cringe. He's like on Ezekiel's level. He's got some really funny moments and a few kind of cringe moments. But I think overall he's a pretty funny dude. He's definitely like he's the Joker. He's the jester of the kingdom, okay? Jessie, a bit of a downer. I mean, she's a beaten housewife who then rises up and gets fucking eaten to death. I mean, there's not very many funny things with her. She's pretty much overall, she's a rounded character, but nothing very funny about her. Well written though. Well, for the most part. We have Jesus. Jesus is pretty funny, especially early on. Season 6 Jesus. Obviously the very first episode he's in. I don't know though. I think a lot of those jokes were like more Rick and Daryl and less so Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Like him being on the roof, he was just annoying, but also kind of funny. But then I feel like a lot of the humor was through Daryl and Rick and less so him and the situation they were in. But he has a few funny moments. Man, I really hate what they did to Jesus. After like my rewatch, I think like Jesus was really badly butchered from like the comics to screen. I think no one really talks about it either. Like I feel like Jesus is like one of the worst adapted characters in the whole show. Yeah, Jimmy. There's that moment where he holds the gun sideways and T-Dog says, don't give me that gangster shit or whatever it is. That was kind of funny. I think overall he's a meh. Jim, fuck me, this is a depressing character. There's nothing funny about him. I'm sorry. He's just sad. Joe is evil bastard. He's definitely going there. Not very actually no though, he has a few funny lines like early on before we like know what he actually is. Maybe I'm going to put him in the meh. Joe. Fat Joey, sorry. I blinked. My mind went blank there for a second. Fat Joey. Now, a lot of the jokes are at his expense, but he gets a few laughs. There's that moment where he says, like, did you pet a little pussy but like a lady? And Negan says that. And when, like, Fat Joey erupts into laughter, I thought that was funny. Like, it was like, he's so happy. He was like, oh yeah, we're joking now. Yeah. I think there's a few laughs with Fat Joey, okay? A few laughs. Do I knock him down? I feel like Cracks a Smile probably is better. Judith, cracks a smile for sure. She's definitely like actually, no, a few laughs, actually. Because there's this thing with Negan where she's like, you look like shit. And he's like, language, Miss Grimes. You know, there's a few funny moments with Judith that she has with Negan, I think, a lot of the time. Yeah, no. I think Judith actually does have a few funny moments. I don't know. Should I put it there? I don't know if she is quite a few laughs. Maybe she is just a crack and smile. Cal's just going to go with Eduardo again. Nothing that makes me really nothing that's like really depressing, but also nothing that's like really, really funny. Kelly is the same. A lot of like sadness. We have Laura. Okay. Flirting with Spencer. What was it? Like, I'll buy you a sandwich at the sanctuary. There's the thing with... Oh, my God. Actually, no. A few laughs. The thing with Eugene where Eugene's like... She's like, yeah, you can have anything. Eugene's like, can I have lobster? He's like, no, you can have lobster. What the hell do you think this is? That was good. Yeah. No, Laura does have a few funny moments. A few laughs. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Lily is a bit of a down of a character because of her situation. No fault of her own. But yeah, Lizzie is depression because it's kind of sad that a child becomes that. And I think and it's sad that Carol has to kill her. And at the same time, I'm going to put Mika. Where is Mika? There she is. I'm going to put her in the same sort of bracket. Laurie, I can't think of many funny moments. There's a few funny moments with Laurie, where Carl's like, you're a housewife. And, you know, Laurie's like, yeah, punk, do you see my house around here? Like, there's a few funny moments, actually, with Laurie. But, again, overall, I think she's just a cracks a smile. Luke, okay, this guy is a few laughs. He has a few funny jokes, especially like there's a few things with him and Eugene where he's like flexing cockroach knowledge and Eugene's like approves. That was kind of funny. And then the stuff where he's like, I can make an osoboro, you know, and then Eugene's like, we make stew. And then like obviously you have like he's just like such a happy-go-lucky, optimistic dude. You know, there's a few like funny moments with him for sure. And yeah, he always makes me smile when he's on screen. So yeah, Lydia. Okay, some stuff with Henry, but most of her story is pretty sad, pretty down, a pretty big downer. A few stuff like later on as well with Elijah that was sweet, I guess, but nothing that's like hilariously funny. Why did I put Henry? Did I put him in the meh? Oh no, I put him in Cracks a Smile. I feel like I'm gonna actually knock Henry down. Yeah, I'm gonna put him with Lydia. Maggie. Oh god, there's a few good stuff with Glenn in season 2. A few funny moments, that "I'll have sex with you" line and all that. Some of that was kind of funny, and she was a bit annoying in season 2 actually. Maggie is very annoying in season 2. She treats Glenn not very nice, for not much of a reason, I feel. Well, actually, there is a reason, but I think it's a bit harsh. And then season 3 and Maggie, she gets kidnapped pretty. I mean, there's like the death of Laurie, and then there's a few moments like early on when they first hit the prison. Season 4 Maggie, I can't think of like many like really funny Maggie moments, to be honest. I feel like at most she probably cracks a smile, and that's about it. And I think I'm being very generous with that. I can't think of any. Magna is fucking like a downer. I don't think she's depression, but she's a bit of a downer. Martinez, he's got some funny moments, like him and Daryl, like where he's killing the zombies in the little meet point they have. There's a few things. I think he probably just cracks a smile though. Maybe, I mean, just for that moment. Martin isn't that funny really at all. He's kind of depressing because he's so fucking evil. Merle Dixon. Okay, Merle Dixon is a pretty funny character. Now, an awful racist, that's for sure. Merle, reminder everyone, because people like to debate me about this. Merle was a neo-Nazi, okay, because he had some SS symbols on his bike, okay? People seem to forget that. Guy was not good. So, Merle, big old racist. He had the whole... but he has some fucking funny lines. I hate it when they make like the racist characters so fucking funny, because I feel terrible when I'm laughing at them. But you have a few lines. I'm just gonna spit them out for you. You have Daryl says, "It's a baby," and Merle goes, "Why don't you just piss in my ear and tell me it's rain?" That's a good one. You have the God, I can't think of any. Oh yeah. Michonne and Andrea, like, Michonne is getting on with your girl Andrea. Like, that was good. Ah, God, yeah. A few good lines. I can't think of any others. Shit, what's going on? There's more. I'm sure. Even some of the earlier stuff where he's like calling, he's just like to Andrea, like, "Oh yeah, why don't we never hook up?" And Andrea's like, "Yeah, you called me a rug muncher." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a way with words, don't I?" Yeah, no, Merle is fucking hilarious. He's going there. I don't know if he's quite barrel last. Is he barrel last? No, because he's a racist. Michonne, okay, Michonne is pretty fucking funny. You have, I think, especially after she lights up. Now, it's more late season 3 and onwards. You have the thing with the cat statue. I couldn't let it go. It's too damn adorable. You know, the scene where her and Rick in season 7 break through the roof of that carnival, and they're ready to eat, so let's eat. You know, that was pretty funny. Some of the stuff with her and Carl, like, you know, doing the crazy cheese in her mouth, like trying to cheer him up. I like all of that. Michonne is a pretty funny fucking character overall. I like her, especially when she's all happy Michonne. But I really like depressed Michonne as well. I like early Michonne where she's reserved and closed off, and she's like really like snappy. Like, I think the first ever thing she says to Rick is, "Don't you ever touch me again." And then obviously later they end up banging, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, no. I like Michonne's development and how she opens up and she lightens up after going through all that sort of trauma that we found out later about her son dying and all that. Yeah, overall great character. Milton, pretty funny. More because he's kind of dorky, but I think he cracks a smile. You know, him listening to the music and the governor like spooks him. That was kind of funny. Yeah, some of the the little date they have with Andrea and Michonne, where he's trying to like get to know them. There's some pretty funny moments there with Milton. Morales is, I'm gonna say, like, season 1 Morales is kind of funny. He like officer friendly, welcome to the city and all that. Like, there's a few good moments there. He cracks a smile. But season 8 Morales is very depressing. Morgan, I think there's a crack a smile for sure. Actually, no, I think probably a few laughs. The protein bar joke, that's pretty good. I didn't eat your protein bar from Michonne. That's also a point up for Michonne, but then Morgan's like, oh, okay. And then later on, he's like, Rick's like, yeah, Michonne did eat your protein bar. And Morgan's like, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't think of any others. There's a few in Fear as well. He has some funny moments, okay? Just trust me. Can't think of any. Natalya is a bit of a downer. She's all about killing people and stuff. And then she's not very nice. And then she got shot. And then we have Negan. Okay, so new Negan. Early Negan, especially. But I think later Negan, I think this is something they consistently keep up. Now, is he funnier in the comics? Debatable, alright? I don't know. Maybe I'd say so. But I think he's about equal, really. He's funny in the show too. Like, I have my issues with Negan as a character. I think his redemption arc for me wasn't what I think it should have been. I feel like they tried too much to make him into a good guy. But I will admit this, Negan is a funny bastard, okay? He's always been funny, and he probably will always continue to be funny. Although he wasn't as funny as I wanted him to be in Dead City. But I do like the knock knock, when he's like smashing the guy through the glass, and he goes, you better get your umbrellas, it won't be a rainstorm, it's gonna be a goddamn hurricane. He slits the guy's throat. That was funny. And that's just like a late Negan example. But an early Negan example, his first speech, obviously there's a few funny lines there, but even like when he first shows up to Alexandria, I think that's probably his funniest episode, where he goes, hot diggity dog, and he's like, this is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls. All of that stuff, very funny. Gary hands him the video camera, or someone hands him the video camera, and he's like, oh, I've got my fingers crossed for a little freaky jakey. There was some good jokes. The stuff with Olivia as well, although it's kind of mean, it's kind of funny too, I have to admit it. Yeah, Negan overall, barrel laughs. Nicholas, a depressing character. Just such an evil guy. No, I think maybe a meh. I don't think he was necessarily depressing, but he was not exactly like really funny. I think there's maybe a few things. Olivia, honestly, she cracks a smile. She's kind of funny, especially the stuff with her and Negan. I think some of the earlier stuff with her and Carol in the pantry as well, where she's like, oh, you're taking that? You're being brave. I mean, they've been here since the start. Things like that are kind of like, cracks a smile. Oscar, he had a few little jokes where he's talking about I think he's like talking about some slippers he found, or his mum's slippers or whatever. Yeah, there's a few moments here and there. Not quite. He's not as funny as Axel, but he's got a few okay moments. Otis, I think he's a meh. I mean, he didn't last that long, really. I think it's again, he wasn't depressing though. He was like a nice guy. I mean, he smiled because I felt like he was a guy who really fucked up and made a mistake, and he was willing to make it right. So yeah, I think that just kind of means he's not a downer, but again, he does nothing that's really funny. And Patricia probably goes the same area, because she, again, doesn't do anything that's very, very depressing, but she doesn't do anything that's like really, really funny either. Apart from telling Shane to stop swearing in the house. That was kind of funny. We've got Owen, the alpha wolf. Now, I don't know if he's quite depression, because I think there's like he's kind of creepy. I feel like this character is miscast personally, but I like some of the moments with him, like even when he says, I'm gonna have to kill you, Morgan, the children too. I don't know why, there's something about it that's like kind of funny, because he's so scrawny. I don't believe he's that threatening, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm grasping at straws here, but he's a bit of a downer still, because he's an absolute savage murderer, psychopath. Pete Anderson. He is a wife beater, a drunk, and not very fun. Kind of depressing. Princess, okay, Princess is pretty funny. I don't think she's quite battle laughs, but she, especially her very first, not very, very first episode, but like the episode where we actually get to know her, some good moments. I think some of the stuff with her in that one episode, Splinter, the COVID episode where she's in the train car, I think there's some funny moments there. There's some good moments with Princess's character. I do think that episode overall is a little boring, but I don't think it's like terrible. I think it does some good work with Princess's character, with a very sort of confined space. Like, not very much happens. It is like a character study because it's like her trapped in this train car. But yeah, some funny moments there. And even like later on with her and Mercer, where she's like, she gets let in. And I think even like in the finale, where she's like, woo, Michael Mercer, though, Lieutenant Governor Michael Mercer, woo, you know, she loves her man. You know, she's been sort of alone for all these years, and she finally gets happiness. And yeah, she's like so optimistic. And there's a few moments where she's serious, but she never kind of loses that spark she has, that sort of underlying, maybe not optimism, but just like joy. And yeah, for that, I think she's a pretty funny character. Rachel is just a little shit, really. So a bit of a downer. Randall, okay. He cracks a smile only because of that one scene where that zombie and he like gets out of the ropes and the zombie's like, yeah, come at me, bitch, and then he stabs her. Okay, that cracked a smile. All right, maybe not. He doesn't always crack smiles though, because everything else is pretty depressing about Randall. So maybe I'll just put him in the meh. But there was like that one funny scene with Randall. Okay, Regina, not very funny. I can't think of. She's very serious. She's very stoic. She's very shoot, bang, bang. Bit of a downer, to be honest. Maybe meh. She doesn't get me down, but she's not exactly funny. Reg, this guy, very happy. He was very joyful, you know, a bit optimistic. Building the walls. He built the walls in Alexandria. With the scene where he's like obviously teaching Noah. I think there's a few funny moments there. Yeah, not funny, but like, you know, happy moments there. He cracks a smile. He doesn't depress me, but he doesn't exactly make me laugh. Richard is the most fucking depressing character there is. I like his character, don't get me wrong, but he's a depressing character. Ricky Dicky Doodar Grimes, okay, is a pretty funny dude overall. Okay, we've already discussed you're a hero with a shit haircut. Some of the stuff with him shown in the later episodes was very funny. And then going earlier on into season 9, there's a few moments here and there in this, but not too many. I can't think of any actually. Season 9. I feel like there's one. Whatever. Oh, the stuff with him and Judith, that's fun. Not like hilarious, but you know, happy. Then you have season 8 Rick. Okay, he's just lost his son, but so we can give him the benefit of the doubt for that one. But season 7 Rick, okay, he's just lost his friends. Okay, we can give him the benefit of the doubt. But season 6 Rick is funny. Okay, stuff with him and Daryl with Jesus, hilarious episodes. Him and Michonne. Actually, no, season 7 him and Michonne. That episode's pretty funny and pretty sweet, and Rick has some good moments there. Yeah, he's a pretty funny character. Actually, I don't know if I feel like he's a few laughs though. Maybe. I think I'm being too nice to Rick because he's Rick. Yeah, I don't think he's at any of these guys' level. Even Herschel. I think Herschel's probably funnier than Rick all round. On the whole. Yeah, I'm going to put Rick in few laughs. I think I was being too nice because it's Ricky Dicky Doodar Grimes. RJ is meh. There's nothing he does to like make me sad, but there's nothing he does that makes me laugh. Apart from the terrible child performance. Ron, okay, I'm laughing at him, but I have to just give him a cracks a smile for the fight scene with him and Carl. That shit was kind of fucking hilarious. Rosita, a few funny moments here and there. She does. I don't think she's Eugene level. I don't think she's Abraham level. It's like Abraham is the funniest, then Eugene, and then Rosita with a few laughs. I think Rick is like the top tier of a few laughs, though, by the way. Actually, no, Glenn is. And then Rick, okay? And then probably Jadis, unironically. Alright. Sam Anderson is not very funny. Bit of a downer, to be honest. Sasha doesn't have that much. She has a few, but for the most part, she's a pretty downer character. But then I kind of like her as well. Like, I like the scene with her and Negan where she's like, Negan's like, are you going to do something with Rick? Well, he mentioned something about Rick, and she turns around and she goes, Rick? You bitch. You know, that was kind of funny. I like how Sasha was like a no nonsense kind of I don't give a fuck, you know, the ultimate pessimist. And yeah, she goes into the meh. She's not a funny character, but I respect her still. Scott, I can't think of anything Scott does that's even remotely funny. I'm just gonna have to put him in the meh. Nothing he does that's like depressing, because he's just kind of there, but I can't think of anything funny he does. Shane, okay. Now, some of Shane's are, like, unironically, I don't know if I feel like a few laughs, because I think everything Shane does is not funny, but you've got to have, like, the, let me ask you something, or the head You know, the head rubs. I think a lot of it's like meme culture that has kind of made Shane funnier in retrospect. Like, oh no, because we got the Rick thing. There are no rules, man. We're lost. But these are like memes that are like, oh, what is that? What is that with Shane? You know, that's a good one. But I think all of these are funnier because of the meme effect. You know, they've been made funnier because of the meme. And I don't know how much credence I want to give to that, really. So I'm going to put him up a few laughs because he definitely does have some funny moments. And I think that is actually probably accounting for the memes. Because overall, like, I think Shane's not a hilarious character. But I think the memes have elevated him and probably are clouding my judgment, but whatever. Sherry is the most depressing character ever. Even in Fear, she's pretty. Maybe she has one. You know, when she shoots the guy, the cult guy, he's like, "Enjoy the view, asshole." That was kind of funny, but I think maybe I'll put her there. Overall, pretty much a pretty downer character. Okay, Siddiq has some okay funny moments here and there with Rosita, I think. Where, what was it? What did Rosita... Hearing, like, Rosita flirting in bed and stuff like that. Obviously, even though Rosita's with Gabriel. I can't... There's some of the stuff with Cheryl, the old woman, that's kind of funny. Where, like, she's, like, trying to flirt with Siddiq. Yeah, so I think overall, he cracks a smile. Sophia is a bit of a downer. Because Sophia's always scared. She's always sad. And then she gets killed. So I can't think of anything. She makes me sad, for the most part. Spencer... Does he do anything that's funny? Not really. Not really. He doesn't do anything that makes me, like, depressed, but he's not very funny. I think he's a meh. We've got T-Dog. Okay, T-Dog definitely does crack a smile, okay? He has a few good jokes. You have the "don't give me that gangster shit," which he gives to Jimmy. You have the what is it? Season 3. I'm trying to think. Where he goes into the prison and he's laughing, you know, ha ha ha, you know, with all that room. Yeah, there's a few moments with T-Dog. Oh, I forgot about. Wait, there's a funny line it's partially Daryl really, but where T-Dog's like, "I dropped the key," and Daryl's like, "You couldn't pick it up." That's a good one. Tammy Rose Sutton. She's with Earl. She's just there. Okay, pretty of a downer. Tara. Okay. She cracks a smile. She has some funny moments. Her humor's not for me though. She is very dorky, very quirky. You know, look, I'm cool. The fist bumps and all that. But I think for me, it's not for me. It doesn't make me laugh. It makes you laugh. She's funnier for you. That's cool. Maybe there's a few laughs actually. Maybe I'll just put her there. I'll be there. I'll be nice. I'll put her there. Okay. She is a very happy character though, so that's good. Now you have the governor. He's not actually quite depression, and he's not actually quite a bit of a downer because the governor, like early season 3 governor, does have some good moments. All right. With Andrea, you know, like really big walls. Like it's like how do you keep this place safe? Really good walls. Even some of the stuff in season 4 with Megan, where Megan's like, "Why do you have the eye patch?" And he goes, "Because I was a pirate." You know, there's a few funny moments with the governor. There generally is. He's definitely not barrel laughs. He's definitely not pretty funny. He's definitely not a few, but he cracks a smile. Maybe actually, do I? No, I'm gonna put him there. I'm gonna leave him there. So I think overall, the governor is a pretty fucking sadistic, depressing, sad that he resorted to this kind of character, I guess. We have Tobin. Okay, there's a few good moments. He cracks a smile. Some of the flirting with Carol, you know, where she calls him an asshole, and he's like, gives her the cookies. And he's like, "This is the best pecan whatever it was, acorn and pecan cookie I've ever had in my life." And Carol's like, "You shitting me, asshole?" And he's like, "I shit you not." You know, there's a few little funny moments with Tobin overall, and I think like when he's like dying and he's like, he says to Carol like, "If I knew getting stabbed would be the way that, you know, you'd come back to me, I would have got stabbed sooner." There's a few things there. He cracks a smile. He's a good dude. We have Tomas. Is a bit of a downer overall, really. Not very funny. Tyrese, I can't think of many. I think he cracks a smile, though, because he is that, like, sort of happy-go-lucky, you know, dude early on in Season 3. And, you know, he's, like, he's very reasonable in Season 3. And Season 4, he's a bit depressing early on because he loses Karen. But he gets there. And then the girls get murdered. Lizzie and Mika die. And then he's depressing again. But yeah, I don't know. I think overall he probably cracks a smile. Yeah, because he is just like a really chill dude. Virgil, this guy is a bit of a downer. He was a downer at first, and then he drugs Michonne, that's not very cool. And then he's got a dead family, that's not very fun. Yeah, not the funnest character. Yumiko. Yumiko is... I can't think of anything that makes me like really depressed about her character, but there's nothing about her character that I find like hilarious. Do you know what I mean? So I think she's a meh. Lucille, very funny character, very not around for long, but there's a few laughs there for sure, especially some of the stuff with her and Negan. But then some serious stuff too at the same time. She's actually a very well-balanced character, and their chemistry, it's almost like the actors were married, because their chemistry, Lucille and Negan, was so good. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if those two actors were married. I mean, it's very possible. Maybe they are. I don't know. No, I do know. I know they're married. Okay, don't worry. Cole, meh, nothing that makes me depressed, but nothing that makes me very happy. Fucking Elijah is a downer. Okay, he's a bit of a downer. He's got a dead sister, and then you have the stuff with him and Lydia, but none of it like makes me that. It makes me happy for Lydia. I don't know Elijah well enough for it to make me happy. Okay, for me, Elijah was a bit of a weird character. Maybe I put him in the meh. Maybe I was being too harsh. Shira, there's a few little flirty, funny moments with Eugene. But I think overall, probably meh. And because then she kills all those cleaners, and that's not very nice. Frost, bit of a downer. He gets tortured, and then that's it, really. He's on the Reaper mission, and then he's like being tortured and stuff. Lance has some funny moments. Okay, he does. He cracks a smile. He is like a very cartoony villain at times, but I liked him for the most part. I think he was cool. What was it? Where Daryl's like, "We saved you a bullet." And then they because he gets Gabriel and Aaron and Daryl to kill the walkers for him, and then Daryl kicks like a zombie head. He's like, "Yeah, we saved your bullet." And Lance is like, "Great!" There's a few things that cracks a smile. Leah is a fucking depressing character. Pope is a depressing character. Max was okay. There's a few things with her and Eugene that I liked, especially like early on with her on the radio. So I think she cracks a smile. Mercer, okay. He has a few laughs. The it's time to fuck shit up was pretty funny. And where Princess is on the radio is like, "Are you with us?" And he goes, "Yeah." But he says like the "yeah" like in such a weird way. Yeah. Like he says it in like such a deep drawled out way. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, Mercer has some funny moments. I went to West Point, asshole. That's a good one. Yeah, he does have some. Gracie cracks a smile because she's she's always excited to see her dad, Aaron. That's kind of nice. But apart from that, she doesn't do anything that's, like, hilarious. I could say Herschel's probably the same. He has a few little, sweet moments with Maggie and stuff. But, again, overall, nothing that makes me laugh out loud. That's for sure. Maybe I'll put Pope in a bit of a downer. Leah especially was depressing, but Pope, maybe not so much. Yeah, there's a few things when he's talking to Daryl that are a little bit funny, I guess. Carver, a bit of a downer. He's not a nice guy. Actually, no, he does have a few moments like, "Oh, 3-on-1. Thanks for making this easy," that kind of thing. Maybe I'll just put him in the meh. Sebastian, not hilarious, but like not like depressing. He's like a good balance. I do think he's a little too like a bit two-dimensional, like the sort of maniacal capitalist spoiled rich kid trope. He does fit a little bit into like the trope and less of a rounded character, but then they kind of rework that because they show that like, oh, he's got a dead brother and he was kind of neglected and his mother doesn't like really, she obviously clearly wishes the other child died instead. You have that, so they do kind of round out a little bit, I think, near the end. But again, nothing that makes me really depressed about his character, but then nothing that like makes like he's very annoying. So yeah, Tommy, there's like a few funny moments, the cake moment, and then there's a few moments him and Yumiko as well. I think he cracks a smile because he is just like a really happy guy, He just doesn't want to be a doctor. He can't be asked for that shit. It's too hard work. So I do kind of think he's like overall like a pretty cheerful character. We'll say that. Pamela, I think that I recall like a few moments where she's had a few sort of funny-ish moments, maybe with reminiscing on Deanna and things like that. I can't think of any off the top of my head though that would like really stand out. So I'm just gonna put her on the meh. Again, she's not a very depressing character. Okay, Annie is a meh. Like, Annie does nothing funny. Okay, what if they were gonna give Negan a wife, they should have made her like a fucking comedian. Okay, Annie just doesn't do anything funny. She is kind of depressing, to be honest. She is like every moment she's in, because you have the stuff with the riverbend, which is very sad, and then you have the stuff at the Commonwealth where she's almost shot. That was pretty sad. Yeah, she doesn't really have any moments where she's really gets to shine. Everything about her is kind of sad. And then we learn that she got beaten up and then like sent away, and now they're missing, I guess. Yeah, sad overall. Annie is. We have Brandon. Okay, we got the damn classic Negan. That was a bit of a cringe line, but kind of funny. But he ultimately was a sadistic bastard, so I'm just gonna put him in the meh. Emmett Carson, there's nothing funny about this character. He's a bit of a downer. He's like depressed, sad doctor who then gets thrown into a furnace. Not much I can say. Jules? Okay, Jules, I just did my profile on her, right? She was a flirty lady, okay? She was a very flirty lady. She was coming off strong to Luke. I think she cracks a smile. Not a few laughs, not quite that, but yeah. We have Shiva. I think, honestly, Shiva just has to go into the meh because Shiva does nothing that makes me sad. But Shiva's not like a dog, okay? Shiva's not like a cuddly, like, oh, I want to give him a little stroke. Shiva's a fucking tiger. Kind of scary. So I'm just going to put her in the meh. Now we have Tyler Davis. This guy, not very much fun things about him. A bit of a downer all round. He's a guy, gets beaten up. Then he takes Max hostage. Then he gets put in a labor camp. Not very fun. Vickers... meh. She doesn't really do much. She does try to redirect the hers to Pamela. I can't think that she assigns jobs to Daryl and Rosita. There's nothing she does that's depressing. Again, nothing that she does that's hilarious. So she's going there. And then Karen. I think Karen is just cracks a smile just for the way that she like makes Tyrese feel in that like sort of those 2 episodes early on in season 4. And I think in season 3 as well, where she's like defending that kid Noah. I think it was her student, right? I think that's what the actress came out and said. A few moments there that like, oh, this woman's a good person. But again, nothing that makes me like really, really laugh out loud. So there we go. That is the ranking. So these 4 are the funniest for me. I think it goes Abraham, then Negan, then Gregory. No, then Simon, then Gregory. Because I think Gregory is not funny without Simon. Apart from that scene with Sasha where he's like, she's like, I think Sasha and Rosita both say, like, he's like, well, who's going to train these people to fight? And then I think they both say something, and then Gregory goes, rhetorical. That was a funny moment, okay? So he does have a few moments, but I think overall, yeah, it goes this order. And then I think probably Daryl, just for the early stuff. Then I think, Then I think probably Merle. Then probably Ezekiel. Then Jerry. Then I'm going to go Carol. No, then Bob, then Carol. No, actually, no. Michonne, then Ezekiel, then Jerry. Then Bob, then Carol. Then Eugene, probably above Carol. Gabriel, below. Herschel there. Juanita there. Yeah, and I won't order the rest, but... you get the gist, okay? And Glenn's top of this one, then Rick, then Jadis, okay? But we'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching. Tell me who you think the funniest character is in The Walking Dead, and tell me if my opinions are wrong and unbased. And I will see you in the next video, where maybe we'll review The Walking Dead's best, hottest women. No, we're not going to do that. I'm joking. Goodbye. Maybe I'll run out of ideas on these tier lists soon. We'll see. Yeah.